It's week 13 of the 2022 season, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. After his last game, now across 3,000 yards for the season. It's the Chargers and the Raiders, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 23.
Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25. Los Angeles taking the field led by Justin Herbert, third-year man out of Oregon, whose career is off to an incredibly productive start.
And he is just absolutely marvelous to watch throwing football. That's something I could do all day long, watch him throw routes versus air. But he's even more impressive when their body's on the field, and he's creating with big throws downfield.
The run there on first down, going to get him 5 up to the 30.
Quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. They'll run the option left. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself going and worked out the off.
Moving parts on a play like this, you know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped him. Marked that down for a win in the defense's column.
He's going to have the first down and more than that. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Touchdown! Josh Palmer, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers are on the board first here in Vegas. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking one drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. And as the Raiders take over on offense, we get to see the man who has been the leader of this team for 9 seasons now, under center Derek Carr. Throwing on first down is Carr. Got a man, it's Darren Waller. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Interference, defense.
So they take a decent shot, CD, and the flag comes out for pass interference.
Yeah, a little DPI, as they like to call it in the business, right? And the farther you get downfield, the more frenetic things get, and the more calm and control you have to remain as a defender. That was a little bit of a slip there, and the penalty will go against it.
And some nifty running as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On second down, Jacobs. Room here to run. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. The Raiders had a woeful 2-9 on the year. They were losers their last time out, trying to get back in the win column, but obviously not an easy task here in a hostile environment.
Yeah, always tough to win away from home, but sometimes what you do is touchdown Raiders! Davante Adams! He has career touchdown number 78, tying in with both Eddie George and Frank Gifford on the all-time list. And the Raiders are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And Davante Adams able to finish things with a touchdown reception. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Chargers get set to go here for their second drive. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone. You're right about that, partner. It sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime if you're a good football team. You spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments, but then repeat it the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Here's Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he goes out right around the 39. It's a 9-yard gain, and it'll keep the drive moving.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last pass.
Charger football to start quarter number 2. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Herbert off of play action. Throw over the middle into the hands of the tight end Parham. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Charger first down. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, if they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there, that means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward. To throw on 2nd and 6, Herbert. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Malone Nichols in there to take him down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll find Everett there, complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He wants to be about a yard or so short. Out there is Rodrigo Blankenship in the field goal unit. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. Blankenship's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks will tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out comes Devontae Adams in the offense for their next drive. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to get coverage in his direction.
And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing more. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They fake the handoff. Now Carr eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. The wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
The quarterback got away with one there. Looked like he was in line for a pick, but instead, it's knocked harmlessly to the turf.
Throwing his Carr on 3rd down. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he'll be taken down with a 1st down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. Now a play fake. Carr. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Meanwhile, Carr's throw here taken in by Isabella. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 46 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
A first down run there for Jacobs, but nothing doing as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Carr.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
To throw, it's Carr. He finds his man, complete. It's Jacobs. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 20-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
On play action, now Carr. That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Devontae Adams. As the first half is winding down. And the Raiders have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half.
So that really almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
Remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the 3rd quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Charger drive about to get going. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. On first down, it's Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
So we have reached halftime here in Vegas with the Raiders on top.
As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Brandon, thanks very much.
Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the 3rd quarter and continue this midseason contest. Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3.
The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the 2nd half is now underway.
And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Week 13 here in the NFL, first weekend of December. Playoff races definitely coming into focus now, and we got a couple of good ones in prime time. Tonight, national audience gets a look at the Colts for a 2nd straight weekend. This time they're at Dallas, 7:20 Central Time for that kick. And then Monday night, Saints and Bucks, from Tampa. And he'll just plow right into a host of tacklers. Nothing there at all, and it'll be 2nd and 10.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
Now the throw downfield is taken in by his running back. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one good for 26 and a first down.
If your sympathies lie with the defense, you understand how tough it is for linebackers to run with a guy like this. He's going to slip out of the backfield and then work in the middle of the field. And sometimes those defenders get preoccupied with other people moving, and he finds open space and makes a nice play.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Carr. And he slings one that's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw his Carr. Now into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football. That is a tough way to start the 3rd quarter. You get the football, hoping to drive it down, put it in the end zone, and take the lead. Instead, they give them the football.
And I think the key here is for them to not get discouraged. That is not how they drew it up, not how they saw it in their minds. But there's a long way to go in this game. You know, they've just got to find a way to come back one play at a time. Yes, it's a cliche, but they can get it done. I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
He finds his target, Allen. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Running on 1st down, Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes I forget how much information he has to go through before the ball's even snapped. But what a diagnosis right there. Saw the play, shot through the gap like a rocket, ends up spilling it for a loss.
And power running here down to the 6-yard line. The keeper gets him 7 that time, but it'll lead to a 3rd down. After the run, now Herbert to throw. Touchdown, Chargers. Josh Palmer, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Chargers have retaken a 3rd quarter lead. So a very strong first drive in the 2nd half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Raiders 14.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Raiders offense now making their way back out onto the field. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here, back at the 21-yard line. Great effort by Derwin James on the stop. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Joey Bosa make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
On 3rd and long, it's Carr. The left side throw complete to Adams. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. Here's back-to-back catches for Davante Adams. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the 4th down conversion. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3. Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
So after the sack, Carr in Las Vegas with a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. Under pressure, they got him again. Joey Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
And if we go back to the last series, remember, their coverage allowed them to get a turnover in the last drive, a takeaway, and that helped contribute to a sack on this one. I think maybe this quarterback's a little bit hesitant. Last time he turned it over, now he sees his zone coverage a little bit slow to get rid of the football.
What now?
Now Carr, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Raiders try it on 4th down, but to no avail. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Defensively, celebration time because they finally forced an incompletion. He was perfect throwing the ball to that point.
Yeah, but from his viewpoint, they didn't force the incompletion. He just missed. That's how hot he is right now, and that's how he wants to continue to throw the ball.
No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert.
trying to improvise. And he'll just get rid of it. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's not locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
So the starting field position was terrific following the surprising turnover on downs, but the end result, only 3 points.
Simply stated, I think you have to look at that as a missed opportunity.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession.
And last time, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. See if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game, and sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. And that'll be incomplete.
Ineligible receiver
We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
Colton Miller, former first-round pick, called for the penalty there. Quick throw complete out to Isabella. Finding space at the 40.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watched them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down. Once again, it's Jacobs.
And only a couple there as he'll take this up to the 47.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Now Carr. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free. And it brings up 4th down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air and defensively. They were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Carr going to go on 4th down. That's caught by his tight end, Foster Moreau. And he is going to have a Raiders first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. What a time for his first catch as they get the conversion on 4th.
A new lease on life after the 4th down conversion. Here's 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
76 yards on the ground here for Jacobs. So this is a 1st down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Running straight ahead is Jacobs. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Able to get the 1 yard he needed, but nothing
gun. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Carr to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Jacobs. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Hook up of 15 yards there. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4th down is not out of...
And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter.
So it's a pretty good season he's putting together running the football. That now 10 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And we know this is a passing league, and those numbers throwing the football, they seem to go up and up every year. But there's still something to have a reliable back you can count on in the red zone to bring things home for you. And that's what he's been doing all season long.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll start things out at the 25.
Herbert and the Chargers
Down 21-20, 36 seconds remaining. And they need about 35 yards to get in range for a winner as they come up on 1st down.
Now Herbert. He's got Eckler. And he'll manage maybe 10 yards, but they'll surrender that defensively, no problem.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds left to go.
Herbert. That's caught by Palmer. And he'll get this up past the 45. It's a 1st down, but the tackle comes in bounds.
Now another timeout called for by the offense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Herbert going to throw.
Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes in bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Herbert to throw. He'll get this over the middle here to Palmer.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Chargers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense. And with that, they're down to 1 remaining here in the 2nd half.
Rodrigo Blankenship with an important one.
This to almost certainly win the football game. And this one is right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So he's able to come through in a hostile environment, and you'd have to imagine that's the game winner.
Yeah, how about that? And the way that this game's gone, you think they really wanted to get to overtime and take their chances there? They wanted to get this thing done. When you're the visitor, you don't want to play into overtime. You want to knock it down, get it done, and go home.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well for the defensive
What's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a beat.